The beginnings of Monkey. After a while, the doors of the cave opened with a creak, and an immortal boy came out. The Monkey King scrambled down from the tree. The boy asked, "Have you come to ask about the way and study under the immortals?" "Yes," the Monkey King replied. "Our master had just mounted the dais to teach the way," said the boy. "He told me to take you in. Will you come with me?" The Monkey King tidied himself up and followed the boy in. In the depths of the cave there were wonderful flowers, majestic pavilions, towers of red jade, pearl palaces, cowrie gateways, silent rooms, and secluded cells. After passing all these, he reached a jasper dais. The Patriarch Subhuti was sitting on the dais, and several dozen immortal boys were standing on either side. The Monkey King bowed and said, "Master, I have crossed the oceans and traveled for over 10 years to reach here. Would you, in your mercy, take me as your disciple?" The Patriarch opened his eyes slowly and asked with a smile, "Where are you from? What's your name?" "I come from the Water Curtain Cave on the Mountain of Flowers and Fruit, in the land of Ngaolai, in the eastern continent," answered Monkey. "I have neither name nor parents. I was born from a stone. Could you give me a name?" The Patriarch said, "Walk around for a moment and let me have a look at you." The Monkey King leapt to his feet and shambled round a couple times. The Patriarch smiled and said, "You have rather an ugly body, and you look like one of the monkeys that eat pine nuts. So I ought to give you a name that fits your appearance. I'll call you Xun Hong. Will that do?" "Marvelous, marvelous," said the Monkey King with a smile. He thanked the Patriarch many times. The Monkey King bowed to all the older disciples. From then on, he learned the correct ways to speak and act from them, discussed the scriptures and the way, practiced his handwriting, and burned incense. Every day he got up early and went to bed late. He studied very hard. Apart from his spiritual training, the Monkey King also swept the floor, dug the vegetable patch, grew flowers, tended the trees, fetched kindling, lit the fire, carried water, and chopped wood. He worked very hard. Every 3 days, the Monkey King and the other disciples practiced with swords, spears, knives, and cudgels. He was the best of them all. Several years slipped by in the cave this way without him noticing. One day, the Patriarch took his seat on the dais and began to explain the Great Way. As Monkey sat at the side listening, he was so delighted that he tugged at his ear, scratched his cheek, and smiled. When the Patriarch noticed this, he said to Monkey, "Why don't you listen to me quietly?" "I have been listening to what you're saying with all my attention," Monkey replied, "but your marvelous words made me so happy that I started to move about without realizing what I was doing. Please forgive me." The Patriarch asked, "How long have you been in my cave?" Monkey replied, "I have no idea. All I know is when I'm set out to collect firewood, I go to the other side of the mountain and have had 7 good feeds of peaches there." Then the Patriarch said, "If you have eaten there 7 times, you must have been here 7 years. What sort of way do you want to learn from me?" "That depends on what you teach me, Master. Your disciple will learn anything as long as there is a whiff of way to it."